8 seconds left. Wickham, another look to tie. You bet! Sammy Wickham has tied it at 79.
That semifinal matchup in the W was frankly much more exciting than the one that we just came off of. Vegas Aces taking on the Indiana Fever, and it was early and often from one A'ja Wilson. Hits the fadeaway jumper to put the Aces up 10 there. A couple minutes later, they're up 12. Alyssa Smith gets down low. Layup, hoop, plus the harm. After the made free throw, Vegas would lead 59-44. 7 minutes to play now, and the fourth is Wilson on the steal, going coast to coast. Left-hand lay is good. They're up 24. 5 minutes left to play. Up 22, Wilson pulls up, hits that. Aces go on to win 90-68. A'ja Wilson with 25 points on the evening. Now, Wilson becomes just the fourth player with 25 points and 5 steals in a game in WNBA history, joining Angel McCoughtry and Shameik Holdsclaw and Cheryl's Swoops. Over the course of WNBA history, it's been a masterful performance from her over the course of this entire postseason. It's been incredible to watch her work, and to delve a little bit more into that matchup, let's welcome in WNBA analyst Carolyn Peck, who joins us now on SportsCenter. Regarding that specific matchup out there in Vegas, watching A'ja Wilson go to work, how does this team turn this into a 3-game sweep if they are to go out there and knock things out?
Well, the Aces had to, after losing game 1, coming back and winning game 2, they've got to stay true to what they have been like in the second half of the season, and that is everything is based off their defense, their connectivity defensively, everybody in the right spot and having each other's back so they can run out in transition. Next, you have to have A'ja Wilson playing like the MVP that she is. A tremendous bounce-back game of having 16 in game 1 to 25 in game 2. And she really is the motor. She is the leader of what this team needs, and she has to set the tone. How she plays really affects how everybody else plays. And I'll tell you, her play had an effect on Alyssa Smith, because Alyssa, 18 points tonight, 7 of 9 from the floor. That inside game was huge for Las Vegas.
I misspoke there. Look, the series now tied 1 game apiece, so we have a game 3 and 4 guaranteed. We appreciate it, Carolyn Peck. We know we'll join you again later.
Joined now by Chelsea Gray, coming off a really nice outing. Chelsea, the Fever kind of spoiled Asia's MVP party on Sunday. You guys got them back tonight. First of all, what was the feeling after game 1 in your locker room after that loss?
Pissed. When you do all that work in the regular season, you play for home court, you know, and so we got to take care of our home court. So we got it back tonight, but we were angry with ourselves, not showing what we wanted to show and playing Aces basketball.
You certainly set the tone tonight watching that one. Can you put your finger on what the difference was from Sunday to tonight?
Defensively, we were just engaged from the start of the game. We didn't go into these lulls. Of course, they're a good basketball team. They're going to go on runs. But how we combat that defensively and take a stand and get a stop. And then offensively, we were able to flow, push pace, and everybody working for each other.
Every time I looked up, there were bodies flying around. There were bodies on the floor. Assess the physicality of this game.
It's playoff basketball, man. We know it's going to be physical. They're going to let a lot more things go. Some things were questionable sometimes, but, you know, that's playoff basketball. And we're ready for that defensively, offensively. We got to be poised down the stretch offensively and really pick our spots. But we know that physicality rises when playoff basketball starts.
Yeah, personally, do you like it? You like it when it gets more physical?
I do, but as long as it's even on both sides. And then when fouls are blatant fouls, you have to call it. So we're going to continue to do our best on our end and just play Aces basketball and not worry about the refs. Everybody just got to come to work and do their job. All
right, so we're 2 games in. We're all tied up. What have you learned about the Fever through the first 2 as we swing forward to Game 3 on Friday?
Man, they really like to penetrate the lane and get into the paint. Defensively, they're physical. They rebound the ball well. And so we just got to combat that by rebounding, boxing out, and playing our game.
All right, let's get to Mercury and Lynx. Hey, Nafisa Collier's birthday turning 29 today. Queen Fee, and everyone's in a good mood in that Lynx tunnel. They came in on a 9-game playoff win streak against the Mercury, the longest streak against a single opponent in WNBA history. Collier, Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, all chipping in the first half. Nafisa had 17 in the half. Lynx up 16 at halftime. They're 61-0 in any game when leading by that much at the half. Well, now, let's see how it would play out. After some Mercury foul shots, 30 seconds left. And then a 68-61 game. Here comes Phoenix, chipping away. A little bit later, Sammy Whitcomb, straight on three. She drills that, makes it a three-point game. Lynx come back down, but trouble. The steal. Whitcomb up ahead, nice ball movement. Satu Sabali, yes, in the foul. And this game was within 5, under a minute to go. The drive, the rejection by Fee. 3-point game, 30 seconds. Ball movement, big hit, knocks it down the shot. Thomas getting it done. And then this is the moment. Whitcomb, the 37-year-old, misses, but she's going to get it back. One chance to tie. Money. Sammy Whitcomb ties this one at 79. And we get one last shot for the Lynx. It's Collier, but that's off the side of the rim. And overtime we go. In OT. Thomas to Whitcomb. Pitches back. Elbow jumper, good. Mercury up by 2. A couple minutes later, Mercury by 3. Kalia Copper in the corner. Got that for 3. Mercury come back down 20 to split this series at 1, 89-83 in overtime.
Sammy, under 4 seconds to play in regulation, and you have a tough look. What did you see, and how did you make it?
Yeah, I mean, I knew they were going to try and take the shot away, so I just tried to, have her run me off the line so I could get a good shot. I mean, credit AC, I took a terrible shot before that. She got the rebound, kicked it, and, we all trust each other to take those shots. So I'm blessed that they trusted me with that.
Phoenix did a good job coming out aggressive, but I think we beat ourselves. Unforced turnovers, not taking care of the ball when they were pressuring us. I think just keeping our composure in those situations is huge. So definitely it's frustrating, but it's a series. It's a long series, tied now, so we need to go to Phoenix and take care of business.
The Mercury were down 20 with less than 6 to go in the third before going on a 50-24 run to end the game. That 20-point comeback is tied for the largest road comeback in WNBA postseason history.
Back with Carolyn Peck here now on SportsCenter. How did Phoenix make this historic comeback, Carolyn, where for a Minnesota Lynx team that only lost 2 on that home floor during the regular season?
Trevor, I think the first thing that Phoenix did is they made smart decisions with the basketball, especially having 29 assists. And when you move the ball, you're going to get better and open looks. Look, the improvement from the three-point line. In Game 1, they were 3 of 23. Game 2, they were 13 of 32 from the three-point line. I liked how they moved the basketball. I liked the decision when they looked at the three, defense flying out at them. They had a little shot fake. In the highlights, you saw that as well. The other thing they did was they turned up defensively. Now, yes, Minnesota had some unforced turnovers, but 18 turnovers for Minnesota. Phoenix turned that into 21 points. Now, can they carry that over, bring that same focus for 4 quarters, and do that at home in Phoenix?
Talked about sharing the rock. Those 29 assists, 13 of them were earned by one Alyssa Thomas. That is the most by a Mercury player in the playoffs for that franchise's history. Carolyn, if you don't mind, just hang tight one more time for us. We got to chat with you for one more thing, I should say.
Yeah, apparently a WNBA title doesn't buy you a whole lot of job security. Less than a calendar year after Sandy Brondello coached the Liberty to a championship, the team has decided not to renew her contract. Brondello is out. In a season marred by injuries, New York lost in the first round of the playoffs to Phoenix. Breanna Stewart was asked about Brondello's job status after they're knocked out of the playoffs on Friday.
What would you say to those who question whether Sandy should be here next year to coach you guys again?
What the? There's a lot of us that Could have done better this season, but we're still going to fight and show up for each other every single day, and I think that's what's the most important part. So we have Sandy's back.
But despite that vote of confidence from the Liberty's best player, Brondello is out anyway. Carolyn, what did you make of this quick ouster just a year after winning a championship?
I'm shocked. And probably as shocked as Breanna Stewart was. Because, look, when Sandy Brondello came to New York, that's why Breanna Stewart came there. They got her. They got Courtney Vandersloot. They got Jonquel Jones to come play for Sandy Brondello. After a coach takes a team to back-to-back WNBA Finals and then to let her go in the next season after facing, first you had an expansion draft and you lost Kayla Thornton, who was huge in that championship. You also had the injury to Benijah Laney. You lost her for the season. And then you had time where Sabrina Ionescu was out, Breanna Stewart was out, JJ was out for some time, and they still finished 5th in the playoff positioning. I don't understand it, but the good news is you have Portland, Toronto, Seattle. I think one of those 3 teams, they need to be on the horn real quick to go after Sandy Brondello because she knows how to win.
Yeah, this is a coach who won a title both in New York and Phoenix. So, as you mentioned, she probably won't stay unemployed that long. Carolyn giving us her thoughts on all things WNBA on this night.